close it.
Can you repeat
Okay.
that? I apologize for not
Okay.
recording this.
That's all right. I forget all the time. So starting with curiosity, it's a three-step process in my brain. So everyone, you might, have your process, but I like to simplify everything that I can. And I'm a data-driven personality. So when I walk in, I think three things in my head, almost like coming to the side of my brain. So I go curiosity. How am I creating curiosity? Asking questions, not spewing information. When I meet someone for the first time, I don't tell them my whole life. We do the tango, if you know what I mean, to even see if we even like each other as a person. So what am I doing with curiosity? Like what Sue did. Hey, going to Vietnam, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow, what do you do? So creating curiosity. Second is then gifting them with the opportunity. If you don't see it as a gift, then something's got to change in your mindset about what this is. Because for me, everyone needs this for their life, for their health, and for so many people, their wealth. Then I land the plane. So you take off the plane, you're in midair, and you land the plane. How do I land this? Because some of you are great with taking the plane off. Curiosity, you're brilliant. And then you go, crap, what do I do next? So, or in others, it's like, how do I land it? And when you can figure out until you're comfortable with the three-step process, you can start working more on, if you're already a 9 at the taking off the plane, spend more time at the in the air part about the opportunity. So you can become a 9 out of 10 for that, and then landing. And then when I land, it's the whole thought for me is, how do I get this to you as fast as possible? How do I get this so it can change your life? And if I could just quickly, because I'm just going to go straight into this, then I'll hand it back to you, Vanessa. If you could bring up the 3 packages just for visualization, if you could. I want to teach you on owning a package. Owning a package. So you have the core, you have the advanced, and you have the premium. For me, premium is my package. I am 1,000% sold that probably 5 to 99% of anyone I meet should get the premium. Here's why. Number one, the only reason why I wouldn't is if someone just needs it for their health and is financially vulnerable at the moment. Then I'm not going to do that for them, because that's not what they need. But anybody else, they get all of the products, they have plenty to share, and they have the opportunity to start a business and become a CEO of their own business that for most people they've never had the opportunity for. What happens is when they share it with somebody else, and when they say, this is what I came in at, then that person's confidence in them, they're going to follow suit. So instead of making 35 US or 75 US on the advanced, they make 405, I think, on the premium. So for me, I'll always go to premium and go backwards to the advanced if that's where they're at. But most people, when you say they can create unlimited income and build a business for their future for less than 3,000 Australian dollars, which means go sell your plasma if you need to, go sell that jewelry that you've never used, whatever it is, do whatever you can to start this business, because we've seen it, we're seeing it, how much people want this, and it's only 10,000 brand partners in Australia, even less probably in Canada. And per capita, that's nothing yet, but in 2 to 3 years, everyone's going to be wearing these patches. For me, I could talk to you for hours on the premium, because that's the one I've zeroed in on. So I'm going to ask you, if you think more of your demographic and people are going to be core, then own the core, and you'll sell, like hotcakes when you are confident in it. If it's advanced, if you go, look, I'm more comfortable with that, then make advanced the one that you know everything about and be the most confident with, because that's what you will then help people to buy the most. And then if it's the best offer. And then it's the premium, if that's the one, like what I've honed in on, because I'm seeing people have the most benefits from the premium. And so I just want to encourage you, when you look at this, find your package, and you can move up and down from that. but find what you're comfortable with. And I want to keep encouraging you to keep working with your mindset. You don't know their real situation or circumstance. We can't decide what they can or can't afford. That's the questions we ask them, but we give them the opportunity. And for us, we have found Premium have been the one that we predominantly work with. And I tell you this, Core, they're not interested in the business. Advanced, they're like, could be, could not. Premium, they need to be involved in the business because they've just invested that money. So when people have you've helped them to make that jump into this business, all of a sudden they need to share because they've just invested $3,000. So when you help people to work out what that is for them, that's what you'll be the most confident in. And like what we get to do, we get to then celebrate with them as they start paying back their investment and changing people's lives. It's because they made a commitment and they are now helping other people with changing their future as well. I hope that helps.
That's good.
It's good. Awesome.
Any questions around that? I just want to ask quickly in the chat, what's your package? And straight up, doesn't mean that can't change, but right now, what's the package you're most comfortable with? I'd love to see. There's no judgment. There's no around this. It's for you. Core, thank you, Sandra. Core, thank you, Lisa. Who else? What are you the most comfortable with? Advanced, thanks, Sue. Core, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Stafford. Advanced.
Awesome. In these last few minutes, as you're all writing that down, what we love about this business model as well is as you're ranking to manager, phone calls where you want to close and take their order, you are more than able to reach out to your brand partner and say, could you be on a call with me? What Andrew's really talking about in this teaching here is that we saw that modeled very early on, and it's what we came in at, obviously. It's what, as soon as they saw our curiosity, this is what Tessa leaned towards, and then we knew to jump right in. This whole business is about listening, learning, modeling, duplicating. So those of you that are core, and that's perfectly fine that you're most comfortable at core, we would encourage you to reach out to your sponsor and say, can you get on some of these closing calls with me? Quick ones, like they're on WhatsApp, especially if we're traveling, they're just going to be on a call. They're not necessarily going to be on a Zoom. You want to make this as in the nooks and crannies as you can. Hey, I'd love to invite my business mentor or my team lead as I'm still learning about this business, because there's nothing wrong with saying you're learning about the business. In fact, that models to anyone that's going to come into the business, okay, we keep learning. So these are great conversations to be having. If you want to just learn the confidence of that closing on that next package or closing on the premium, then this is what we are here for as your mentors, and even some team members that are just really confident at those packages and are willing to help each other. So yeah, we love that.
So I love that. I would say this, if you're building a business, my suggestion is at least advanced is what you need to get comfortable with. To build your business on the core, it's going to take a long time and not a lot of financial flow coming through. Again, if it's my mother or a friend or whatever, that's all they want, that we do that 100%. Yeah. But for anybody who's thinking about another stream of income, advance. So my quiet challenge, kind challenge would be is if you're a core person, upgrade in your mindset to the advanced.
Yes.
So that you can start confidently sharing the opportunity for people who might want another stream of income. And your business will have a lot more flow moving forwards. And what you do, they'll example. So that's what I want to encourage you with. And then when you get there, I'm going to encourage you to change your mindset to premium. So because
Amazing.
we're helping.
Can I ask a quick question, guys, before we move on to the next one, just with that core mindset? So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm stuck at the moment. But I do remember I've only had Vanessa come on like one of my calls, and the person had in her mind that she was going to sign up for the gold, and I just handed it over to Vanessa, and she ended up coming in as a diamond. So that's definitely, yeah, something that I'd like to utilize a little bit more if I can, just building that next confidence level to be able to or watch, you know, you guys how you do it and sort of get them to, you know, go over the line to the next package. Because I'm very soft. I'm just like, you know, oh, that's all you can afford, you know, that's you know, that's okay. So yeah, I'd really like to be able to utilize that a little bit more if I can. I mean, I've signed about 6 people up, but I've done most of them on my own. Yeah, so I'm too soft.
You've done amazing. Honestly, you have done amazing. And yeah, we love that acknowledgement of just where your growth edge is. And that's all this business is it's that invitation to growth edge. So yep, happy to do that. Honestly, really happy to do that. And we want, the reason why we feel very passionate about even that premium, both business and health, is it is the best price for them as well at their health level. So, and then we always say, we will support you getting your investment back within that first month or 2. If you are willing to be sharing immediately, we'll support that. So that's, yeah, well done. And we love the confessions. That's what this group is for. And also nothing is bad about that where you're at. It's just learning the stretch because there are those other offerings. So we're going to wrap up at this this one right here, and just keep speaking to the managers that are becoming directors, because they're helping people become managers. So I'm not going to stop recording though, just so actually I am going to stop recording.
Well, why are you saying